Good evening, everyone. Where's the live? I need to find the live. There it goes. Welcome to week 2 in the Battle of Florida. This is season number 3. I am Obi-Wan. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing good. Make sure you leave a like or subscribe if you're over on YouTube. Leave a follow if you're over on Mixer, Twitch, Periscope. Everybody's doing good. And Twitch? Thought it just said that. Nonetheless, make sure you also check out Sinjeko over on Twitch. Again, that's twitch.tv/Sinjeko3. He is right now doing a Let's Play live on Dragon Age Inquisition. Also, make sure you tune in and check out Skeletron at twitch.tv/Skeletron101 for Battlefield, the original Battlefield, and the Battle of Florida. So, let's continue with week number 2. I decided to move Gibson up to the starter. Femi Jean will be the fullback right now. So wait, is Patrick Emmanuel still the fullback? Yes, he is. Okay. So if anything, let me go to the depth chart. Make quick adjustments too. Where is Emmanuel? There he is. So right now we have Femi Jean, Patrick Emmanuel, and Antonio Harrington. Let me move him to third string fullback as well. Halfbacks, we had Jordan Gibson, Femi Jean as a fullback, masquerading as a halfback, Emmanuel and Harrington, along with Morgan Gooden. And in the tight end, we have both Danny Sanu and Nolan Sunseri. Receivers are okay. Defensive line hopefully is okay. Yeah, defensive line and secondary and the linebacker is good as well. So, let's start with let me play it. Let me go after Cincinnati. Again, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing safe. Being safe. Wash your hands and asses. And after the game, I will set up for Die Spire Die with Sinjeko. I also came across that dealing with God's team, I think he caught the injury bug. Because we will see changing the sliders and turning them down a little bit.
Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Bengals going up against the Wizards.
Wait, the Maples?
For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Orlando Wizards. Hello again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Well, let's see if we continue to bring the heat.
A big hit. Knocked down sideways.
Alrighty then.
Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Okay, so
but you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, that's Lewis. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Good 3 and out.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field. And that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
Tremendous overall athlete. Does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well.
Finding some room at midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Let's go! Red 38!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
All right, let's do a wide train.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Here's Watson now on second down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards
All right,
down to the 10.
Okay, so it's not Gibson.
So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Watch time! Tight end right! Here we go! 1, 9!
Now it's Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go!
Now Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his...
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis.
Oh my goodness, come on.
Dion Lewis, the 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 67 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
What you get.
And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him,
your
we'll step aside and be
head,
right back.
shoulder, yeah.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. So Dalton departs due to injury.
Oh, the super
long. Turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. They run. This is Lewis. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
The NFL's constantly looking for
What,
matchup problems
the
at tight end.
touchdown
And Tyler Eifert
or
fits
the
the
super
bill
no?
for the Cincinnati Bengals. You move him outside like he's a wide receiver, bring him inside and have him block like a traditional tight end does. And sometimes you even put him in the backfield and run routes from there. And in the red zone, he may be one of the better threats in the league.
Third and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Okay.
So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
Oh, snap! You damn right.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown! I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him.
So we cannot see the replay. We cannot see it, man.
Because that's what he can do.
And others,
I'm letting you know right now, Madden on next gen, the next gen's gonna suck. I'm gonna tell you right now.
He runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
Nonetheless, good job, Randall.
When he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play.
No, let's continue to bring
up
pain.
a 2nd and 11. They try again with Lewis. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So that's 75-yard run by, you know what? Don't make me put you on mute.
10 yards to go on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28.
He couldn't hold on that block for
A 7-yard return
second.
following a punt of 45 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little
There we go.
lane. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early. Great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Shift together here from the D-line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And they're not going to get a playoff here as time will expire on this first quarter. Plenty of scoring here already.
Yeah.
EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. A dump off to Sims.
Damn.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is.
Yeah, let me
Well,
see
this was an excellent read. Read the pressure
Running
and
back.
got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Again, it's Lewis. Oh, little 360. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 32-yard line.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really.
Oh, awesome interception. Go.
He's picked off at his own.
That's why I'm talking about Wilkerson.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just.
So, can I replay that? Yeah, alright. Good awareness. Now watch, it's going to be a challenge by Cincinnati.
Looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Oh, okay.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Oh, that was
and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Come on, let's go.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown! And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been.
What's
but
the
it feels
Hail
that
Mary?
way,
What are you
doesn't it?
talking
And
about?
I know the defenses are spending
What's
more
the
time
crossroad?
on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team.
Whoa,
What is
my
your
kicker is
strength?
straight
Because so many
garbage.
people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Lewis. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage.
I need to
Give
start
him 30
understanding
yards there.
routes with the running back.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept him on their rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And able to find Green. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So again, nobody.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. They came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls.
Get somebody get the ball. There we go.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, Watson. And right side, caught, Hogan. 12 more yards there and another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Watson on 1st down. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watson looks to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now a hand.
Oh, I hate that.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A final shot before the break. Watson fighting him off. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we will send you crosstown to our studios right here in Orlando, it's Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
All right, let's roll those moving pictures. 4th down, inches to go. Watson's on point with the throw, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. They go up by 6. 1st and 10. Gibson's got a running lane here. He gone as he sprints into the end zone. That pushes the lead to 16. Now early in the second quarter, here the defense will come up with a pick. Wilkerson's reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. After the pick, offense comes out now. Price is wide open here on the catch. He gone as he sprints to the end zone. The lead now at 24. Late in the second, it's a sack and a fumble here. This will go as a loss of 5. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Orlando for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. A beautiful fake. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watson now to throw. Getting it out left side to Sanu. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Let's go.
And the play clock's running down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run,
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown of the new season. And this offense is running away with this one. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though.
Well,
to put
kind of,
something on the board,
sort of.
get some momentum here in half 2.
Try to get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Leopard.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they couldn't get anything there, Charles. Now 4th down from their own 2, and a bad situation, to be frank, for the special teams.
Yeah, if you are the punting team now, your number one thing is protect the punter, because you got to think they may actually come after him trying to get a big play.
They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I hate love
it's a
relationship
gain of 11
with
yards
that
time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Patrick, what are you doing?
It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, I think I got it.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him, and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets,
What type of animation
double,
was
zone,
that?
man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. And he just gets rid
I'm
of
in
it. Throws it
mid-season
away.
form.
The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
And it's a fumble. It's going the other way.
Thank you, Peter. Oh, so why you can't go back and get that block? Really?
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it?
Why? You had the block. You had the damn block. Let me put this to bed.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had
Good
a big
blocking
lead.
by
In each
Gene.
instance, I asked the
You
coaches,
damn right.
why didn't you?
Maybe I need to convert him to fullback.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off for this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Back to throw here. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, here we go.
Now on 3rd and long.
Good deflection.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That's what I'm talking about, Wimborne.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken in at the 22.
Oh, snap. Go, LaFell.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh,
he
man.
almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
I know.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They're going to look to throw. And Eifert has it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Time for a break. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete.
He should chase the ball.
What's the old adage? Be quick.
Is that right? Wingless.
That went right out the window there.
Germ 03. How you doing, by the way?
That ball had to be gotten rid
And
of.
thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. I'll be back with Halo Wars 2 and Die Spire Die in about an hour or so. But until then, again, really appreciate you checking me out.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been terrific so far.
Oh. Oh, what?
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards
you mean
on the ball. And
nights?
the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He has really been buoyed here by a strong running attack. They've been great on the ground.
And have enjoyed the entire process because oftentimes when you're running the football well, that's much more of a team effort. Everyone has to come together to make it work. Offensive line, wide receivers, the tight ends when they're on the field, maybe an extra running back leading.
What's for
It is a really nice thing to see, a team type of thing. And guess what? The quarterback, he can get out of the locker room a whole lot faster after this game. The interviews are going to go to the running back.
Yeah, now we hit the home stretch here in the fourth with their lead. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Oh, yeah. This is my starter moving
forward.
forward. I'm not sure about swapping back.
Probably getting sick of the O-line.
Patrick Emmanuel
And as I'm
and
watching
Femi
this,
Jean,
I'm
but
thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite
no,
runs.
I know what
Three top
Fortnite is. I don't
runs.
have it.
And right now,
Because I
you're
suck
seeing
in
a
shooting
guy
games.
that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Throwing now, Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to
what's
go
a
in
fun
the game.
football game?
Come on, let's go.
If I can ask you that question.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball, and things
again,
are working
appreciate
and
it.
clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.
The Titans!
Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.
Oh, you mean
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis
Sincheco
and all our
and
crew,
my
I'm Brandon Goff.
practice
You've been
squad
watching
team.
the NFL on EA Sports.
Because that's what the
So long,
Giants
everybody.
really are. Alright, another good game for Deshaun Watson. 3 touchdowns, no picks. Super Nog got over 200 yards. Just good stuff. Alright, well, let me end it right here. All that's left is for Skeletron to do his game. Make sure you check him out. Again, that is twitch.tv/Skeletron101. He does Let's Play lives on the original Battlefront, as well as the Battle of Florida. So, with that being said, I will take a break, get Sencheco in the party, and we will do Die Spire Die. Until then, this is Obi-Wan signing out. Thank y'all for tuning in. Be right back. Obi-Wan, out.